Software architecture is hard. There are lots of hard decisions, lots of hard trade-offs to make, and lots of hard design aspects. My name is Mark Richards, and I'll be teaching a 2-day Architecture the Hard Parts workshop. This is a hands-on workshop that consists of 3 main parts. Part 1 will take a look at breaking things apart. Part 2 will take a look at putting them back together. And Part 3 will take a look at the various patterns that form the stitching to putting those other pieces back together. In Part 1, breaking things apart, we'll take a look at architectural modularity. We'll define an architecture quantum and how important that is in assessing the overall modularity of a particular system. We'll see some techniques for identifying portions, domains within an application to prepare for splitting that up. And then we'll break up an application. In Part 2, we're going to end up from Part 1 with a bunch of pieces. We have to tie them back together. And so Part 2 is actually putting things back together. We'll take a look at dependencies. We'll take a look at contracts and contract bindings. And we'll look at also granularity. How big should a service be? How small should a particular application be? And also aspects of orchestration and also choreography. We'll also take a look at transactions and sagas within kind of putting things back together, because necessarily, once we take things apart, they necessarily need to communicate together. Then in Part 3, we'll take a look at some core patterns that form the stitching. And in this section, we'll take a detailed look at these patterns, when they can be applied in certain aspects of distributed architecture, or what problems those solve, also some implementations and also some demos of these particular patterns. I hope you join me for this 2-day class. Thank you so much.